Welcome to the Degeneration Podcast. I'm back in Studio G with A-Aron.
Hello, degenerates. I am drunk as fuck and ready to do a motherfucking podcast.
I can smell it on you. How much did you drink?
I had 2 Grand Prix worth of drunk Mario Kart with Fireball. So 1 shot before every race. And,
Jesus Christ.
A couple beers and some
I played Drunk Hunt once.
What's that?
It's Duck Hunt, except you get fucked up.
Okay.
So when you miss a duck, you drink, basically.
Oh, I would be drinking as much as
so
Mario Kart.
you take a shot, and then you shoot
land.
all the ducks, and if you get all 10 ducks in the round, everyone else has to take a shot.
Right.
But if you miss all the ducks, you have to take a second shot.
Yeah, so
at one point I had to take 3 shots in a row. 1 for the guy who's shooting 10, 1 for my normal turn, and then 1 after that because I missed all of them. I was fucking hammered.
That doesn't sound quite as bad as just taking a shot before and after every race.
Were you drinking to forget or drinking to celebrate?
I was drinking to celebrate, absolutely to celebrate.
Perfect. What are you celebrating?
I was celebrating just the fact that I was getting 4th or better in Mario Kart, as I usually do. So, and also celebrating the fact that I am back from my podcast hiatus.
Yeah, where did you travel the world? What did you do?
I've been around. I've been around for sure.
Did you go get some lady boys?
No.
Yeah, he likes lady boys.
I don't like lady boys.
That's what you were really doing. You did a stint in Thailand. You did. You signed up for the Peace Corps, then ran away to fuck lady boys. Allegedly fuck lady boys.
The past is the past.
Long time.
So I was in Denver last weekend.
Yeah.
And I didn't turn off my phone before the podcast.
Oh, good.
I'm a professional.
Yeah. Make sure the dealer calls.
Yeah. What the fuck? Anyways, I was in Denver last weekend.
What was Denver like?
I had a job interview out there.
Nice.
With a YouTube channel that will not be named.
You porn channel?
Yes, a porn channel.
You RedTube?
Maybe.
What was it about? Do you do wet work and you didn't tell me about it?
No.
Okay.
Anyways, I didn't get the job, but it was a lot of fun. I went to the UFC while I was out there.
They had a fight in Denver?
They had a fight in Denver. It's actually where the first UFC was at.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
is John Elway in it?
No.
I don't know anything about UFC. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sorry.
So,
I don't like seeing men get choked.
I enjoy seeing men get choked. The main event was actually a women's fight. How do you feel about seeing women fight?
I don't know.
Does it make you uncomfortable?
No, it probably makes me uncomfortably hard. I don't know. I mean, if you show me some, I'll watch it with you and we'll jerk off. But what?
Anyways, it was a really good fight.
Nice.
I made some money on the fight, so that was fun.
Was there a lot of blood?
In the women's fight or any of the fights?
Well, obviously they were both menstruating.
Obviously.
They fight when they menstruate because they know they'll be a little more vicious with each other.
Full moon.
Yeah. The full moon's out.
But anyways, the main event...
two women choking each other under a full moon. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. So this is going great so far.
Yeah, absolutely. What?
There's
no
ring rust in this podcast at all, people. We are it's like we just podcasted last week.
That's
this
right.
is going so smoothly.
So smooth.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this UFC fight.
So I'm a big fan, as you know.
Yeah.
So we were there from the first fights, and I had a few edibles for the fights.
What kind of
marijuana edibles?
You know what kind of?
They're legal.
What was it? Gummy bear form?
I had gummy bears and dark chocolates.
Oh yes, together.
Yes, absolutely. I got a little loose lip before the fights, though. So the first fight, there's not a lot of fans there for the early fights of the UFC.
Yeah,
I don't really understand it because the tickets are like $60, and a fight's a fight. So
yeah, absolutely. There's
a lot of people
chance to see death in the ring.
Just show up for the last 4 fights. There's actually 11, 12
There's
fights.
11 fights?
11, 12, exactly.
So is it like betting on the horses that are destined to the glue factory, win or lose?
Not necessarily. It's just like you're seeing guys up and coming. So the first fight, there's maybe 1,000 people at the Pepsi Center where the Nuggets and where the Avalanche play. So I'm yelling and I don't realize what I'm saying. Apparently I'm saying "fuck yeah." So sorry, explicit podcast.
Fuck yeah,
but I'm getting yelled at by the usher right after the first fight. He's like, one more explicit, and I'm gonna have to call my supervisor. Then whatever,
In UFC, where people wear bedazzled shirts, you can't cuss.
I didn't have a bedazzle.
No, I'm sure you didn't have one.
No,
like Affliction.
I had a flannel, a really nice, respectable.
Does Affliction
flannel.
make flannel? I would wear that.
They should.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, anyways, right after he warns me, I go, "Fuck yeah!" Again, and he gives me the point, and then he calls the supervisor over, and the supervisor comes over, and he's like, "Come on down, sir." I'm like, "You come up here!"
Fuck you!
Yeah, exactly.
I'm making my case stronger.
Right. I'm like, dude, we're at a fight. Like, I'm just having some fun. Like, leave me alone. I didn't say anything. Like, this guy with a head tattoo named Wayne, he was backing me up. Really nice guy, actually. Yeah, exactly.
Was this tattoo of Wayne?
It was you know the wrestler Bam Bam Bigelow?
Nope.
Okay, well that's because you had friends as a kid. I didn't.
No, I didn't. I just didn't watch.
Well, you had
wrestler.
different non-friends as a kid.
Yeah, they were mostly in my head.
So there was this wrestler, and he had flames on his head.
What?
This guy, I think, took precedent after him. So you wouldn't think a guy in a cage fight with flames on his head would be a nice guy. Little do you know, he was a nice guy.
Nice.
So he started saying, this guy didn't say anything, and, he's the most reliable witness there is.
Yeah, and he looks scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, it was on his shaved head?
Shaved head, and he had
flames. Or on his, bald spot. Did he have, the horseshoe
so
thing?
They were hot. You couldn't
hot
touch them.
blue flames?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, his boyfriend probably really likes that.
He had a girlfriend there. She wasn't the prettiest, but he was also a bald guy with blue flames on his head, so he had a girlfriend. That's an achievement. So,
I don't have one. I should get some tats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
What should I get on my head? Angela Lansbury, like a portrait?
No, give me a minute. This is good podcasting. Hold on a second.
I'll do it,
Hey,
whatever.
Podcast listeners, I am very drunk right now, so I apologize.
Sorry, you're normally
played,
slow.
Mario
anyways.
Kart. Have you ever played Drunk Mario Kart before?
Yeah.
So you know how it's
Have you ever played it by yourself?
Have you ever played it by yourself while someone watched you and didn't judge?
They didn't judge, they masturbated.
I don't think that she was doing that, but I was really
Did
focused on the game, so maybe she was. I don't know. I got 5th on Frappy Land twice.
Nice.
And that was a real dark spot in my time.
Yeah.
But I got 1st on Wario Stadium, which is the true skill course for those who play N64 Mario Kart.
I play N64 sometimes.
And I played it with Fireball tonight.
So you get a fireball? You get a Mario fireball on your head?
Exactly. So I had 12 shots or whatever before this podcast.
Yeah.
Be warned, podcast listeners. If you made it this far in and your name's Wendy, special shout out to you.
We're advocating you get head tattoos. Now, we're not saying go and get Muhammad tattooed on your head.
Or play Drunk Mario Kart.
But if you do, that's fine. Send us a picture.
Yeah, but I'm glad to be back.
What does Muhammad look like anyways?
Well, it depends on where you're at. If you're here, he's white. But if you're over there, he's brown. It just depends on what you care for. Actually, my neighbor is Zach, and he is not named Zach, but we'll edit that out of the podcast.
You're not Zach? Who are you?
I am Phelps.
And he lived in Jordan for a little while, didn't you?
Yeah.
So you could give us some thoughts on what Muhammad looked like over there.
That's not a lot of Muhammad. That's about 1,000.
We're talking about the head honcho.
Yeah. What do you look like?
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's just got a beard. He looks like all the other Muhammads around. He looks just like all the other Muhammads.
Okay, so
Muhammad was a nice guy.
Yeah. And
great guy.
Sorry, just to warn all the listeners out there, we have our highest live listeners tonight. 2.
Right. Yeah.
Which would beat our record of 0.
I got one too, but I left him in the car.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Trunk people don't count.
No.
And shout out to Wendy, by the way.
Wendy, we love you.
Yeah, thank you for being a loyal listener and Twitter follower.
Yeah, actually, speaking of Wendy, I'm gonna pull up one of her tweets.
And here is
I won't give out the Twitter name for dear Wendy.
By the way, I'm just going to segue into something I've been waiting to talk about for a while. And I am a big fan of films.
Yes.
And so I finally compiled my
top
10 list of films.
We got A-Aron's list, and then we're going to get into Wendy's tweet.
Exactly. We'll get into that following this. This is
let's
on
hear it.
a nice stained
Drum roll.
envelope from my roommate. So
Or what, just poop? That looks like poop, man. Look at this thing. It looks like poop.
it's soy sauce. It's soy sauce.
Nah, it doesn't smell or taste like poop, so I guess we're good.
We'll go from top to bottom here.
Okay.
So, the way we like.
Yeah, I'm a bottom. If you've listened long enough, you know I'm a bottom.
And I'm a top.
Yeah,
so
you're a top. Yeah.
That's why we work so well together.
Perfect.
No homo. Not that there's anything wrong with that either.
Yes.
So my number 10 is Arrival. Have you seen Arrival?
Nope. Next.
So big fan of Arrival.
Arrival.
Zach, you saw Arrival.
Yeah, it's good.
What'd you think of Arrival?
I thought it was good. It's not like the traditional, action-packed movies, but if you're into listening to, or if you're into opening up your mind to like aliens coming down and
I like
speaking
that.
different languages.
Yes.
Like
So
You sold me.
I'm not giving you any spoilers here, but there was like a kind of a language/time paradox in the movie that I thought worked very, very
Perfect.
well. I thought it was very well thought
I
out.
love time
Amy
paradoxes.
Adams, are you a fan of Amy Adams?
I am.
American Hustle,
Yeah.
Superman,
Yeah.
one of the shitty new
The
Superman
shitty
movies.
new Superman.
But she's really good in those. So I
She is.
think she was an Oscar snub for sure.
Okay.
And not that I really care that much about the Oscars, but I really
I used
think,
to.
I really think that this was
You
a
know,
really,
until Oscar's so white and then
was
blew it.
Well, and she was white, so what the
She's
fuck?
white,
But
yeah.
Moonlight's killing at the Oscars because it's about gay black guys. So
Is it all gay black guys?
it was good, but we'll get there.
Where does
That
the title
that
Moonlight come
that
from?
may or may not be on my list, so to be continued.
Okay.
So number 10, Arrival. Number 9, I have The Neon Demon. Have you heard of that?
Nope.
Have you heard about The Neon Demon?
What's that about?
So it's by this guy who did the movie Drive with
Oh, yeah,
Ryan
yeah.
Gosling,
I didn't see
Nicholas
that either, but I
Winding
heard it's
Refn.
good.
So it was about this girl, 16-year-old girl played by Elle Fanning. She goes to L.A., tries to become a model.
Uh-oh.
It was almost you saw Drive?
No.
Okay, so Drive was like a very masculine, like action movie.
Yeah.
Where, Ryan
He's like the
Gosling-
stunt driver.
Ryan
that...
Gosling was the main character, and like it was just like very violent. This was almost the same movie, but from the feminine perspective, where this girl moves to L.A. as a 16-year-old, goes into modeling. It has a lot of like long shots with like just like a lot of like crazy imagery, but like really good intense music. The end of it, I didn't even know if I liked it necessarily. I just was like, but. A lot of my movies on this list were about the experience, so I really enjoyed the experience.
Well, it's all about the experience and not the journey. It was about the
Well, like,
journey.
a lot of these
not the experience. The journey, not the destination.
The character
That's what I meant
development
to say.
was lacking. Like,
Okay.
I mean, the
Shit
characters in
characters.
this there wasn't a lot of character development, but it was like a really
What's
interesting movie.
What's number
8?
8.
Number 8,
Yeah.
Swiss Army Man.
Oh, about the
So,
Daniel Radcliffe
Harry
farting,
Potter.
right?
Harry Potter plays a dead guy,
Yeah.
and Philip Dano from There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, and the one with the dancing girl. You remember that shit?
No, There Will Be Blood. That was a good one.
So
yeah,
so
the
he was
dancing
passive-
girl one. The Little Miss Sunshine.
Little Miss Sunshine,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
in that
So he plays a guy who, at the beginning of it, he's killing himself on a desert island. He finds this dead body that farts and talks.
Yep.
It's as dumb as that.
No, it's...
It has a really beautiful message to it at the end of it. I don't want to give away too much. But
It
if you haven't
said
seen
if
it,
you fart a lot, you can still have friends. Because I fart so much.
basically, without spoiling the movie, what the farts were is what everybody hides within themselves that they don't want to show.
But
Everybody
it
has
comes
a
out when
fart.
you're dead?
Everybody has a fart. Everybody has their own type of
Well,
fart.
this makes sense that because I don't hide much of anything, and I fart a lot.
That's why you're alone.
Yes,
No? I'm
that's
sorry.
one. Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
that's one of the
Marty
reasons.
McFly.
My top 10 list is actually that. Why I'm
Potter.
alone.
No, so number 7, Doctor Strange,
Okay.
Marvel movie.
All right.
I knew nothing about Doctor Strange going into it.
Yeah, me
I saw it in the theater. It was one of the best visual experiences I've ever had in my life. I
Yeah.
thought the visuals in it were absolutely incredible. I thought that they did a really good job of developing the character of Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And it had a lot of the cape in Doctor Strange reminded me a lot of the magic carpet from Aladdin. So,
Nice.
Like it had just like
Nice.
a ton of personality,
Yeah.
and it was just super awesome.
Yeah.
So my number 6, Deadpool. So this is-
Deadpool was great. I did see Deadpool.
Did you like Deadpool?
Yeah.
What did you
that
think
was
about
really
Deadpool?
good. Fucking awesome. It was a comedy.
What was your expectations going into the movie?
low to medium.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was a little bit worried about Ryan Reynolds just based on Green Lantern.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wasn't exactly sure. One of the things I was most impressed about was how much they kept him covered during the movie.
Ah, okay.
Because with someone like Ryan Reynolds, you would think they'd really want to show off what they had.
Yeah, these grade A buffalo meat,
half
man.
of Ryan Reynolds' strength is supposedly his looks.
Yeah,
so
that is
for
a
him to
strength.
complete, well, yeah, he's a very, very good looking dude. He's on my top 5.
Yeah,
I think he's on most of the listeners' top 5.
Yeah, I mean, he knows I'm a bottom if he's listening. So
I'm just saying, exactly, and he's most definitely a top.
He's probably a top.
I would be a bottom for Brad.
Probably a top.
But I love the movie. I thought, just all around, I think he's a great symbol of strength and just fighting. Like, and I know it's kind of stupid, but I think that a lot of people find strength in these superhero characters.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And myself included. And I knew nothing about Deadpool moving in, and since I've learned about him, fucking chimichangas, I'm obsessed with him, and I can't wait for Deadpool 2.
Yeah, they're doing a sequel, right?
Yeah, I think it's going to be very good.
Well, they made so much money.
I think that, talking about my Oscar snubs, I know most people don't care about. I do.
Yeah,
so,
the snubs.
And they should have nominated Deadpool for Best Picture. I think that would have been a really cool move by the Oscars. So,
yeah,
but didn't get there.
Yeah, comedies don't usually win Best Picture.
Yeah, but it would have been nice. I mean, Mad Max Fury Road got nominated last year.
Yeah. I'm still going to see that one too.
It's a very good one.
Nice.
It's a Wile E. Coyote cartoon, but in real life.
Perfect.
So, number 5, and I'll go through these a little quicker so we can get to some of it. So,
yeah.
Zootopia.
Oh, I saw part of that. Fucking awesome.
So good. So
nice.
Good. It really, it was the best job I'd seen of a Disney movie of, tackling, kind of a challenging issue where they could really be pandering about, racism and things like that, but they did it in a much more, palatable way, and,
does anyone get murked in that?
I mean, no, it's no, absolutely not.
Well, someone dies in Bambi,
and Jason Bateman was really good as the Fox character.
Nice.
It's got a really good Rihanna song in it, or Shakira. Sorry for whichever one. If you're listening,
it's probably Rihanna.
Shakira. I think it's Shakira.
Shakira?
Yeah.
Did new music from Shakira?
There's new music from Shakira. It was a really good song, but
interesting.
Overall, I just had a really good time with it. It was my favorite animated movie of the year. It was between that and Moana, which was another really good movie.
Yeah, my nieces fucking love that. You'd love them; they'd love you.
Yeah, we would get along great. No Chris Hansen. But,
no.
Big Catch a Predator fan, but not in that way. I don't. But I do enjoy. But anyways, it was between that and Moana for my number.
Yeah, Chris Hansen shows up at a daycare.
Have you? So
this show back.
Number four.
A lot of pervs out there. Gotta get caught.
Number 4 was The Witch. Did you see The Witch?
No, is it about witches?
Wow, what gave it away?
I don't know. It could have been an ironic title.
So it was. It came out at the beginning of the year, and it was almost like The Shining in Puritan times, and a lot of people who I've talked to about this movie hated this movie.
Really?
And they were going into it, I think, expecting like a slasher movie, and it's very slow. It's more of almost a family drama.
Right.
At the beginning of the movie, the girl, excuse me.
Yeah, let it out. We want to hear the burps and the farts,
spicy burps,
and the shits and the squirts.
So at the beginning,
we want it all.
There's no squirting right now.
No, but, I have no experience with
So
squirting.
at the beginning of the movie, one of the oldest daughter's looking after the baby, and then all of a sudden she's playing peekaboo, and then she looks up, baby's gone, and the father ends up basically accusing the girl of being a witch, and it's almost like a family drama.
Oh,
and
cool.
It's like a slow burn. You gotta be patient as you watch it, but the filmmaker did a lot of research into how they spoke back in the 16 or 1800s.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of thou, thy,
thou,
but they really stick to it. Overall, it doesn't leave a lot of ambiguity. It really does give you the answers.
Yeah.
And some of them will cause some people to roll their eyes. I thought the execution was good.
Nice.
So, number 3 was Captain America Civil War.
I still gotta see that, man. I gotta watch it.
So, the only
Give me
reason
some
it's
Swedish
not
fish and...
There's some reasons it's not higher on my list.
Yeah.
One reason is my favorite superhero wasn't in the movie.
Which
That's
one's
the
your
Hulk.
favorite? The Hulk?
I
Well, he's in hiding, right?
I know, but I love the Hulk. And the fact that there was no Hulk in the movie really bothered me a little bit. But I thought they finally did justice to Captain America.
Yeah.
I thought the first Captain America was weak. The second one, Winter Soldier, was really good, but he was getting his ass whooped by Bucky a lot.
Yes,
This one,
was,
he finally stood up against both Iron Man and Bucky. He did a really good. I felt they did a really good job of making you go back and forth between taking sides. I don't want to get into spoilers.
Yeah.
But taking
For the
sides.
audience.
Overall, it was between Iron Man and Captain America.
Yeah.
And I started on Captain America's side. If you don't switch between back and forth during the movie, you either weren't paying attention or you weren't thinking. And whatever. It's a superhero movie, but you're in the movie. You might as well
try to think. Yeah, Defenders 2 made you think a little bit.
Yeah,
that was cool.
And then,
what you got next?
My top two were really close.
Yeah.
Really close. I love both of them. Number 2 was Sing Street. I don't know if you've heard
Street,
about it.
no.
It's on Netflix currently. I've watched it probably 10 times at this
Holy
point.
shit!
And I love this movie.
What's it about?
It's by this guy John Carney. He's done a few movies, music movies previously. It takes place in 1985 Dublin, Ireland, and it's about this kid 16-year-old kid who starts a band for a girl.
Yeah,
and
of course. That's how everyone
It's
started.
really standard.
Except Adam Lambert.
It's all original music in it. And another Oscar snub was the music from this movie, particularly the song Up. If you check out that song and you don't think of somebody that you particularly care about and get a little bit emotional, you're dead inside. Because the song is absolutely beautiful.
You were talking to our listeners here, so you should still see it even though you're dead inside.
At least half our listeners will not feel anything. But overall, it was just a really great movie about, that I really felt exemplified, chasing your dreams, committing to them, just going for it.
Yeah.
Some people may define it as cheesy. I happen to like cheese, and I think
like
it was
cheese,
well
too.
executed. So,
awesome.
And really, really good music. No real actors that I knew of other than Jack Rayner, who's been in some other movies. He plays one of the brothers, so I forgot. I'm trying to blank on the movies he was in right now, but, IMDb it, and if you really care.
We bing it here. We don't
it is on Netflix right now, and I think it was one of the most underwatched movies of last year.
All right. I like
and not enough people saw it. My number 1 was The Lobster.
I gotta watch. Is that on Netflix yet? Or?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. I have heard about this
with Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I want to see it. As a lonely guy, I think it'd be perfect for me.
Yeah, maybe that's part of the reason I identified with it.
Yeah.
Man, it's a little over the top, but it's really committed to its message.
Good.
I don't want to give away too much about it. Basically, it takes place in near future, where you go to this hotel. If you're a single person, you have 40 days to find a mate. If you don't find a mate within 40 days, you turn into an animal of your choice.
Yeah,
that's where I want to leave it. It's one of the
premise.
best dark comedies I've ever seen. I actually saw it with my mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and no spoilers here. It starts with a animal getting shot by a person. And you have no context to it at the point. You learn as the movie goes on that people turn into animals, but my mom's not exactly the biggest fan of animal cruelty and things like that. But I'm a real big fan of films where I know nothing going into them and they really knock me off base.
Well, that's good, man.
One of my favorite
reading
movies
reviews is never that helpful. Listening to reviews on the Generation Podcast, that's the way to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no spoilers here. Trust me. Other than a few.
I think I'm going to be somewhat high when I watch Chris Kattan. I think
Chris Kattan.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to Chris Kattan show just after this.
Yeah, and I'm not invited, apparently.
And I'm going to, he's... Actually, they brought... I don't have tickets.
I'm not invited.
They brought me... I'm his guy. He goes pissing on the floor, and I clean it up while he remembers his glory years out loud.
I've been there.
It's a good job.
But I
benefits
do want to say one more thing about movies before we exit this.
Before we degenerate into something else.
I saw La La Land a couple nights ago.
How'd you like it?
I hated it.
Really?
It was not... This is both from a male and female perspective. It was not that good of a movie.
Oh, yeah?
I think that I don't know if people really like to get on a bandwagon or what. I went into the movie after the first scene. I was like, I'm gonna love this movie. It was so committed. It was like a musical and everything. The second half of the movie was like some romantic comedy bullshit. And like it was
romantic comedies are a plague on society.
For one, I get it's Ryan Gosling, so you don't have to convince that much of why the girl's going to fall for Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah, I fall for him. I'm a bottom, but
I get it.
If he wanted me to be a top or a side,
he wouldn't want you to be any of that.
But God damn it, you're crushing my dreams.
Shut it off.
It's like literally like there was just like no compelling reason why Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling got together. I thought that overall they kept coming back to a certain song in the movie that I get they were trying to get me to like, but it was no up from Sing Street.
Yeah,
Sing Street was so much better.
Are there any Adele songs in La La Land?
No, absolutely not.
What?
There's one song in La La Land.
There's like one song and they keep playing it.
They got her for James Bond. Why couldn't they get her for this movie?
Here's the thing:
man?
is La La Land got nominated for 2 Best Song nominations. Sing Street got 0. Please,
we are pro Sing Street.
Wendy, please go watch Sing Street.
Go bang it. Download
it's on Netflix.
It illegally.
It's on Netflix.
Okay, that's good and
Everybody
all.
has Netflix.
But we have to, if you're going to use Netflix, you have to go on to Bing and then type in Netflix.com and log in that way.
And
that's what we would encourage you.
Yeah, other than that, I think that a lot of people are saying that this was a bad year for movies.
Yeah.
I really thought it was a good year for movies overall. But if you were depending on the blockbusters like Independence Day and shit like that, you were disappointed.
I did not see that.
It was a shitty movie. I
just thought it was gonna be shitty. So I mean, the first one kind
of. You don't like the first Independence Day?
It's all right, but I don't know.
I don't like all. Bill Paxton Pullman. Bill Pullman.
It was Bill Pullman.
Sorry.
Bill Paxton was in
A Vertical Limit.
Yeah.
Did you like Vertical Limit?
I didn't see that.
You haven't seen Vertical Limit?
No, look at this good fucking guy's haircut on the Detroit Pistons that
Aaron
we're watching in
Baines.
the background.
Detroit Pistons are up 87-79.
Oh, I remember that guy. He just had a different beard back then.
Yeah.
His beautiful beard.
So,
do you like beards? You have one, but do you like them?
I mean,
like
I just
on
think
a guy?
I think I look like on a guy.
Yeah.
When I see a guy I like, I don't look at his beard or not.
You look at his beard first. You go beard, crotch, and then eyes if you like the beard and the crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you saying? I forgot.
I think I look better with a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
you see me with both. What do you think?
I didn't see you super clean shaven like myself,
Yeah.
minus the neck hair that I keep missing. It's hard. You're laughing. It is very difficult to get your neck hair. When you don't have a lot of hair, it's very hard.
We're going to say hello to our listener, Amber. She's live in studio tonight, so we appreciate her being here. She's not going to participate because she's not feeling it. But, if she does feel up to joining the podcast, we'd love to have her over here.
She really likes racial humor, so this is...
Racial humor or Rachel humor?
Racial humor.
Do you like Friends? Did you watch Friends?
I mean, I watched it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. So I went out. I went with this girl, and we were at her.
Yeah, let's talk about you. We've been talking about me
we were at her apartment, and we saw Netflix, right?
Netflix and chill.
And she almost looked embarrassed that Friends season 3 episode 19 was up on the screen. I thought
that is the one in Caesar Palace.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Look at this guy. Look at that guy fucking dancing. That's awesome.
So you don't watch Friends?
I used to, yeah.
Are you a big TV watcher now?
Yeah, I just haven't, not the last couple months, but
what's the last TV show you got into?
Halt and Catch Fire.
Halt and Catch Fire, is that about IBM?
Yeah, that kind of. It's about early computing with the fake,
is it fun?
Like a fake a business that's similar to Apple and shit. Yeah, it was fun as hell.
I was watching some Teen Mom earlier today.
Oh God. Why? Were you eating some Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah, I was just.
Were you watching commercials for ECPI University?
Let me tell you about Janelle real quick.
Okay.
She's married to not married. She had a kid with this douchebag. I don't know his name. But this guy...
Dale. We'll go with Dale.
He looked like a Dale. He had a mohawk. He was such an asshole. Chelsea. Sorry, it was Chelsea.
Janelle's baby father is lovely, man. He's a pastor.
So he had a whatever, like a fucking mohawk or
Nice.
whatever.
Hot.
And, like, he's just, like, being a complete asshole. And then, meanwhile, he's, like, I'm talking to the viewer who's informing me about this guy. This guy has a kid with another girl.
Of course.
Of course.
Idiocracy.
So, you're right. Like, dumb people are out fucking smart people.
I don't have any childs. I got no
You're
child.
the smartest guy I know.
Yeah, I got no childs.
And I have no child. I'm the second smartest guy
That's
I
right.
know.
That's right.
So it's clearly a correlation. But it was just overall, like, it was really interesting watching the show. I'm not a big Teen Mom viewer.
Yeah. I'm a big Teen Mom creator, but I'm not. Yeah.
Nice. Go Cubs, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I was there for that.
How much fun was that?
Fucking awesome.
You were there?
Yeah, games 4 and 5, I was hanging out in
Yeah.
Wrigleyville.
And
I wasn't in the game, but you
Right,
really
but
need to be to get
my buddy lives
the
around.
ambiance.
I don't know why you would go to a game rather than being around Wrigleyville for that. I feel like being outside the stadium and not surrounding.
Yeah.
Like, being
Because you
there.
can see the game still. Yeah, it was. Oh, it was
How do you
awesome.
feel for Game 7?
I still felt that they were gonna win, except that 8th inning. I was like, oh no, is this how it ends?
I mean, at the end, though, when they won.
Oh, how did I feel?
Like, how amazing was
I thought
that?
you said the 9th inning.
No, except for Game 7.
Oh, yeah.
Never listen to me.
My bad. No, I feel fucking great.
God.
Yeah, I was a lapsed fan, but when I watched like every single game.
Yeah, I
could.
remember when we were talking before the playoffs, you weren't even a Cubs fan, let's be honest.
Yeah,
So was half the world.
So, like, I'm a Tigers fan.
yeah.
And in my lifetime, they have not won a World Series.
I was a diehard, and if my life hadn't taken a different trajectory, that would have been the best day of my life. 100%.
What does that mean? Dude, expound.
Okay, so right now the best day of my life ever was when Michigan State won against Florida in the 2000 championship.
That was a good day.
That was a fucking great day.
I was on a cruise ship for that game.
Oh, nice. I was a senior in high school, and I watched with my dad and my brother, and we were just, like, tackled each other. Like, that's a great fucking memory.
Dude, yeah.
This is a beautiful memory.
It's I know it's like, you know, as MSU fans, we've kind of gotten a little spoiled.
Yeah.
But the fact that we got to experience a championship in our lifetime.
Oh, God. It feels great. And the Cubs thing felt amazing. I almost hopped back on a plane to go there for Game 7.
I couldn't imagine the Tigers winning a World Series. I don't know what I would feel like.
They won one in '84, though. So
But I wasn't alive for that.
Oh, that's true. You're a youngin', and I like them young. Yeah. But I am a bottom.
And I'm a top. That's
Yeah.
why we work well
That's
together.
right.
We are unashamed. Same love, Macklemore.
Just,
But
just all night, all day.
yeah, are the Cubs your favorite team?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cubs are your favorite team. Yeah, Tigers are my favorite team for sure.
Yeah, no,
Actually,
I tuned out baseball after I
that's
got
not true.
off
That's
the
not
Cubs.
true. The Pistons are my favorite team of all time.
Nice. As you're watching them currently.
Yeah, they're up 10
yeah,
points on
man.
the Minnesota Timberwolves. Fuck the team.
So I've been doing, up and down, but I haven't gotten arrested or anything like that.
Yeah, what's new with you, man?
Had an interview.
How did that go?
It was okay. I interviewed with 4 people total,
Okay,
and I think I went 3 for 4.
that's not bad.
Yeah,
So the thing is, you quite possibly went 4 for 4.
I quite possibly
Because
there was
I-
like somewhat of a cold hello goodbye,
Yeah.
but that just might have been person to person.
How do you feel about the job, though?
I'd have to get trained on fluffing again a little more, and then I think I can handle it from there. Because
Yeah.
I feel like my technique overall is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can always improve.
Yeah. I mean,
No, I felt good about the job opportunity.
there's few things in life that make you feel shittier than a job interview.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
You're like, please love me, and that's me
And
all the
they
time,
almost
anyways.
Never, right.
Yeah,
I understand. Right?
and I just wanted to be like, look, cards on the table. If I need this, I need your insurance. I might be good, I might be great, I might be awful. Neither of us knows that, but you need to fill this position. You don't like this process either. Why don't we just do this thing?
Right. And there was
I should
something
have just done that.
There was something about a book deal or something.
Oh no, I'm
What's
not
that?
a
What's
book
going
deal.
on?
If a book deal, I wouldn't fucking be here.
No, I'm talking about writing a book or something.
Oh yeah, I'm finishing a collection of poetry. And I'm gonna try to get it published.
What kind of? Or do you want to share that? That's a really personal thing.
Yeah,
to ask.
they're these are this is like dark and satirical poems about hybrid creatures.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where to go with that. What does that even mean?
It started,
have
the
you been
genesis
doing
of the
this?
idea
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
months maybe.
Okay.
And so I'm going to settle on 25 creatures. That's the hard part. Writing the actual content for me is easy.
Mm-hmm.
But just coming up with these creatures, because you don't want to be repetitive and stuff. I got some pretty inventive shit. But the genesis of the idea was I was dating a girl. I'll be honest.
The genesis of all ideas.
Yeah.
A fucking girl. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
and I probably won't. And
Oh, boy.
but I drew this Dynacorn. It's like
Okay, Dynacorn. Like, I'm supposed to
yeah,
know
I was
what
with
that
her.
is. What the fuck
It's
is
a
a
dinosaur,
Dinosaur.
a dinosaur, but with a unicorn horn and unicorn coloring.
Okay.
So I drew this black and white scribble
I'll let you
of
go
a
here, and you're
Dynacorn.
gonna work it out. I'm sitting
Yeah,
back
but it's
now.
a scribble of a Dynacorn, and that was the genesis of the idea. And then a couple months back, I'm sitting at a reception desk where I've been working, and I just create this hybrid character, a shark bear and a snakeadactyl and all sorts of other shit. And initially, I had no plan for any of it, and these started coming to me more and more. I'm like, I gotta keep doing this and try to turn it into a book. And so I'm working on the order of things now. I got 2 poems left to write, and then I got to put them in an order that feels like more structural, before it. I want to start it a little light for the first 4 or 5 poems, and then it gets increasingly darker and weirder because I got those ones squared away. Mm-hmm. So I don't have a title.
Actually.
Yeah, I don't have a title yet, but the Dynacorn is one of the animals featured.
Wow.
Yeah.
That actually sounds really cool. Are you going to do illustrations? Or are you just
I'm gonna get somebody to do
or
illustrations.
someone else to do illustrations?
I can't draw for shit.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I think I showed you the thing my brother drew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
the Squizzard, yeah.
Yep.
That Squizzard's a squirrel
We'll put
lizard.
that on our Twitter page for
Yeah,
our
absolutely.
followers.
So you got any thoughts before we roll out? I got that comedy show to go to.
Yeah, that's right. I'm ready to get back into this podcasting.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you tweet at us at Degenerate Show
Absolutely.
and let us know how often we should be doing this.
Yeah, I'm really glad to be back into this.
Excellent. Excellent.
Took me a little minute. If you made it through the rocky waters of those first few minutes, props to you. Because
we're also
back in this bitch.
vote 1 for yes on whether A-Aron should be hammered each time, or tweet 2 for nay.
Exactly. And if you want to hear more of my thoughts on movies, I will be starting my YouTube channel up very soon here.
Perfect.
So stay tuned.
Do you know what it's going to be called yet?
It's going to be under Inky Brooks. I do know that much. So
Awesome.
INCUBROOKS.
Inky Brooks, I like it.
And I will be, I know I had mentioned this before, but I will be starting up my stand-up at some point here very soon.
Perfect.
So
I want to
stay
check
tuned
out
for
your
all
stand. I know
that.
some people that you can get in touch with for that.
Yeah, and I know that you're getting ready to leave here. Part of this job interview, though, that it really did make me realize that I am a very funny person, not just according to myself.
That's
so I know
important.
it sounds weird,
Yeah.
but I've been working on it for a while here, and I'm ready to really commit to it now.
You going to start going open mics?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to go to some open mics here coming up this upcoming week.
Awesome.
hopefully.
I'll go.
And yeah, let's do this, bitch. So we are back at the Degenerate Podcast.
Yeah,
and,
this has been
this is fun.
Andy and A-Aron from Studio G.
Adios.
Bye.